So anything you want, gear, music, whatever it is that you need. Let's get started today on our backs because Friday. So you can lie all the way down and set yourself up in this position any way you'd like. You can, of course, find full Shavasana if you'd like to. If you'd like to draw the bottoms of your feet to get together, let your knees fall out to the sides, you can do that. You're welcome to plant your feet on the floor and simply bend your knees if that's most comfortable for you. You're welcome to make any physical movements to help settle in, rocking of the head side to side, rocking of the knees, or any of those postures. An early happy baby or a hug of the knees into the chest is also a great place to go. So any of that stuff that you need. And then we'll take just a couple of moments here with some physical movements on our mats, allowing ourselves just to prepare for our practice together, resetting the mind and body to recognize that it is yoga time, physically settling in. And as we continue to settle the body into this yoga hour together, you're welcome to continue with some physical movements if you'd like to, or find a posture that is comfortable, sustainable, and that allows you to shift from focus on the physical body to focus on the breath. Again, if you'd like to keep moving, you certainly can, but if you'd prefer to come into stillness, I invite you to do so here. And as the body comes into stillness, just take note of how the physical body feels here. Send yourself a big thank you for coming to practice today. And we'll begin to deepen our breath. Even though we're on our backs, you can still expand that rib cage fully. So as you inhale, front, back, and sides of that rib cage expand and get buoyant. And then as you exhale, use that as an opportunity to release and completely let go. Big full inhales through the nose, getting expansive. And complete exhales through the nose or through the mouth, letting it all out. Taking a few more rounds of breath just like that. Finding 3 more full rounds of breath here in stillness. We'll gently begin to bend the knees and plant the feet flat on the floor if you're not already there. And then allow those arms to take up as much space as you'd like to here. We'll start out today with just a gentle twist to each side, keeping the shoulder blades on the mat. Find a full inhale. As you exhale, gently let your knees fall over to the right. Gentle twist to this side. Finding 2 more big inhales right here. One more big breath. Let's inhale. And exhale. On your next inhale, gently draw those knees back to center here. Shoulder blades stay melted down. And then as you exhale, let those knees gently fall over to the left. Gentle twist to this side. Finding 2 more breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath. Deep breath in. Full breath out. On your next inhale, gently draw those knees back to center, and you can draw your knees in towards your chest, wrapping your forearms around your shins, taking a moment to give yourself a big hug here. And then whenever you feel ready, you can rock and roll long ways on your spine, coming up to a comfortable seat, whatever that looks and feels like for you. You can loosely cross your legs, extend your legs forward, or sit on your shins, whatever feels best for you. And then as you have settled into your seat, root down through those sit bones. Think about a nice, tall, dignified spine. The crown of the head reaches up towards the ceiling, and allow those shoulder blades to melt down. We'll take just a moment here, hands on thighs or in your lap, eyes open or closed. And we'll just set an intention for today's practice. My birthday was this past Monday, and I find myself super reflective, particularly when it comes to my birthday time. And all of this week, I have just had a heart full of gratitude for this practice and for all of you. And so if you are trying to think of an intention for today's practice, I invite you just to step into each moment, each breath with a heart full of gratitude and thanks for our time together. With that intention in mind, you can blink open your eyes. We'll inhale those arms all the way overhead, pressing those palms together here. The shoulder blades stay melted down. And exhale to draw thumbs to heart center. Twice more, just like that. Inhale those arms overhead, press palms together. And exhale, thumbs through heart center here. One more time. Inhale, press those palms together overhead. And exhale, thumbs to heart center. We'll gently make our way to a tabletop position here, checking our alignment once we get ourselves set up completely. Shoulders are stacked over those wrists, spread those fingers nice and wide here. Knees are about hip distance apart, toes tucked or untucked, whatever feels better for you. We'll inhale to drop the belly, lift up the gaze, lift the tailbone for cow pose. And then push the mat away, dome the upper back on your exhale like an angry cat. Inhale, let the belly drop. Lift the gaze, lift the tailbone, cow pose. And exhale, push the mat away, dome the upper back, cat pose. One more time, inhale, the belly drops, the gaze lifts, tailbone lifts. And as we exhale, we push the mat away. Let's make our way back to our tabletop position here. Root down firmly through that right hand here, everybody. We're gonna open up to the left side, left fingers to the sky, full breath in. And then as we exhale, we take a twist over to the right. That left arm weaves under, hips stay up nice and high. Taking 2 more big breaths. And then we'll root down firmly through that right hand. Open up to the left again, left fingers to the sky, big breath in. And then exhale back to tabletop here. 1 cat-cow in between our twists. Inhale to drop the belly, lift the gaze, lift the tailbone. And exhale, pushing the mat away. Coming back to our neutral spine here, we'll take our twist to the other side, opening up to the right, right arm to the sky, inhale. And as we exhale, we take our twist to the left. That right arm weaves under, hips stay up nice and high. Find 2 more breaths here. 1 more breath, inhale. And exhale. Root firmly through that left hand, opening up the body to the right, big breath in. And then we'll exhale ourselves back to our tabletop. One more full round of cat-cow here together. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze, lift the tailbone. And exhale, pushing the mat away. Come on back to our neutral tabletop position here. We'll set our knees about 5 inches behind those hips. Restack your shoulders so that you're in a long table. We want that nice stable upper body. Fingers are spread wide. Take a big breath in, tuck those toes under. And then we'll exhale to send our hips to the sky for downward facing dog. We'll take 3 breaths here. So if you want to move around, wiggle those hips, you can. One more full breath. Here we are. And then when you are ready, on an inhale, we'll send those hips a little bit higher. Take tiny baby steps towards the top of the mat. Coming into our forward fold here once you arrive. As much of a bend in those knees as you need. And then we'll bring our hands to shins. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale, fold down. Let's do that twice more, preparing the spine. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold down. One more time, hands to shins. Inhale to a halfway lift. And exhale, folding all the way down. Let's come all the way up to standing, my friends. Root down through those feet. Bring that torso all the way up. Press those palms together overhead. You can gaze up. And then we'll exhale. Thumbs through heart center, mountain pose. Tadasana. Beautiful. Heart full of gratitude, my friends. Here we are. Inhale those arms overhead. Exhale, folding forward and all the way down. Bringing hands to shins. Inhaling ourselves to a halfway lift, flat back. And then as we exhale, plant those hands firmly. We'll take ourselves all the way back to downward facing dog. Full breath in here. Big breath out. Let's inhale that right leg towards the ceiling, bending the right knee and opening the hip. Stay here. Pelvis is open to the right. Use the strength of that glute to keep that leg up. Square off those shoulders. Find your breath. Inhale. And exhale. And then we'll inhale to square off those hips. Extend your right leg behind you. Exhale to step it forward. Drop your back knee down. We find low leg lunge, as we always do, to work this warm up. Right knee's on top of that right ankle. I like to keep my back toes under here. Nice left side hip flexor opener here. Shoulder blades are down as those fingertips reach up. We'll find 3 breaths here and then we'll flow. One more breath. So we exhale, bring those left fingertips down, right fingertips towards the sky. If you'd like to go flat palm on this left hand, you can, or you can stay up on those fingers. 3 breaths here. Enjoy your twist. One more breath. As we exhale, we gently unwind, lift your back knee, and then we'll make our way back to downward facing dog. Finding that full breath in. Big breath out. Let's inhale that left leg towards the ceiling. Square hips here first, and then we'll bend the knee and open the hips. So use the strength of the glute to keep that leg lifted here. Pelvis is open to the left. Reset those shoulders to square off the center. One more breath. Inhale. And exhale. And then we'll inhale, squaring those hips off to center. Exhale to step that leg forward, dropping that back knee down. Low leg lunge on our left side. Left knee's on top of that left ankle. I like to keep those back toes tucked. We've got our right hip flexor in a nice stretch here. Shoulder blades down, fingertips up, 3 breaths. One more breath. Inhale. So we exhale, bring those right fingers down, left fingers to the sky, take that twist. Again, you can keep your fingertips on the right hand down or take a flat palm, whatever you prefer. 3 breaths. One more breath. Here we are. Inhale. So we exhale, gently unwind, plant both hands down, lift that back knee, and we make our way back to downward facing dog. Bend and straighten if you'd like to. We'll take one big breath here. One big breath out. Send those hips a little higher when you're ready. Baby steps towards the top of the mat. Coming into our forward fold. Again, as much of a bend in those knees as you want. And then we take hands to shins. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhaling, fold all the way down. Coming all the way up to standing. Let's press those palms together overhead. You can gaze up. And exhale, thumbs draw through heart center, mountain pose, Tadasana. Let's continue this flow, everybody. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, folding all the way down. Bringing hands to shins. Inhale ourselves to a halfway lift. And exhale, plant those hands. Let's take it all the way back. We find downward facing dog. Big breath in here. Full breath out. Inhale, right leg towards the ceiling. Nice square hips here. And exhale, step it forward. We're going to do one more round of low leg lunges here. So drop your back knee down. Draw your torso up. Low leg lunge right side. Same alignment, everybody. Strong and steady here. Find that breath. One more inhale. As we exhale, those left fingers come down, right fingers to the sky. We've been here before. Take your twist. One more inhale. As we exhale, frame that front foot, send those hips back, coming into our half split hamstring opener on our right side. So you're welcome to keep that right foot flat if you'd like to. You can bring that foot up if it feels better. Either way is great. Hips are back and square here. And you can have fingertips on the ground or flat palms, whatever that body can get to. Let's take 3 breaths here. One more breath. Here we are. As we exhale, we're going to make our way back to our low leg lunge here. So we bend into that right knee, square those hips to center, bring those fingertips up. You're welcome to experiment with a little back bend if you'd like to. You don't have to. As we look up, we're going to test that balance a little bit. So if that's something you're into today, you can. Finding 2 more breaths. One more breath. Inhale. As we exhale, we carefully frame that front foot, lift that back knee, and we'll make our way back to downward facing dog. Full breath in here. Big breath out. Let's inhale that left leg towards the ceiling with nice square hips here. Exhaling to step it forward, dropping that back knee down, finding low leg lunge, left side. Again, strong and steady on our alignment here, everybody. Hips are square. Stack that front knee. 3 breaths here. One more inhale. So we exhale, those right fingers come down, those left fingers to the sky. Enjoy this twist. Again, we've been here before. So see how it feels this time. 3 breaths. One more, inhale. So we exhale, we unwind, send those hips back, straighten that left leg, half split hamstring stretch on the left side. So again, that front foot can stay flat or you can draw that foot up. Fingertips or flat palms. Hips are back and square as you can find them here. 3 breaths. One more breath, let's inhale. So we exhale, we make our way forward, bending into that left knee again, and then we're gonna find our low leg lunge again. Torso comes all the way up. So you can stay super stacked here or start to lean back for a little back bend. That's completely up to you. Whatever you want today. 2 more breaths. One more, inhale. So we exhale, gently plant those hands, lift that back knee, and we'll make our way back to downward facing dog. Finding a full breath in and a big breath out. when you're ready, we'll send those hips a little higher. You can walk or take a big step to the top of the mat this time. Coming into our forward fold. Once you get here, bring hands to shins. Inhale ourselves to a halfway lift. Exhaling to fold all the way down. Coming all the way up to standing. When you are ready, press those palms together overhead. You can gaze up. And exhale, thumbs through, heart center, mountain pose, Tadasana. We'll take our side bends to each side here. So our feet are going to stay hip distance apart. Toes point forward, root down through those feet. And then we'll inhale those arms overhead. Exhale, taking a gentle side bend to the right. So take it as far as you'd like to. No big deal here. We want to root down through both feet. Keep that chest open. Find that breath. And then when you're ready on an inhale, come on back to center. You can gaze up. Exhale, take our side bend to the left. So again, root down through both of those feet. Keep that chest open. We don't want our right shoulder to collapse down. And then when you're ready, inhaling ourselves back to center, you can gaze up here. As we exhale, we're going to take a stabilizing squat. So it's a little bend in the knees, torso comes down so that you're basically parallel to the floor. I like to bring my palms together, but if you want your hands apart, that's okay. One more breath, zip up that belly, inhale. And exhale. And then inhale, stand all the way up, reach those arms overhead, straight arms, straight legs. Exhale, fold forward and all the way down. You can grab opposite elbows here or grab onto those big toes, enjoying this forward fold for 3 breaths. Head is heavy. If you need a bend in those knees, my friends, that's totally okay. Or you can begin to straighten to get more to the hamstrings. Let's find one more breath. Inhale. And exhale. And then we'll carefully unhook those hands wherever you have them. Hands to shins. Inhale to a flat back. Prepare the spine. And then as we exhale, we plant those hands. Let's take it all the way back to downward facing dog. Taking a full inhale here. And a full exhale. Let's inhale that right leg towards the ceiling. Nice square hips here. Exhale to step it forward. Pop up onto those fingertips for some balance here, everybody. We're going to keep our back knee lifted. Settle into this lunge and then bring that torso all the way up. Low leg lunge on the right side. So we're pressing firmly through the ball of the back foot here. That entire front foot is down. Right knee is stacked. Let's find those 3 breaths in this lunge. Settle into your alignment. One more breath. Stay in those legs. We're going to open ourselves up to a right side upright twist here. Shoulders are stacked over those hips. Arms reach forward and backward. We'll stay right here. Find that breath. Inhale. And exhale. Let's bring ourselves back to center. Reach those fingers up. Big breath in. Exhale to frame that front foot here. We're going to pop our left foot about halfway forward. Finding pyramid pose on the right side. Hello, hamstrings. Right foot is flat and forward. Left foot is also flat, but pointed out slightly here. Fingertips, flat palms, or if you have blocks, my friends, great place to use them. This left hip is going to want to come up. We want to work it square. 3 breaths here. Breath into that hamstring. Take one more breath. Here we are. Inhale. And exhale. And then we're going to plant those hands, bend your right knee. Step your left foot back so you're back into your lunge. Bring that torso up. We're back to crescent lunge. 1 breath. Inhale. And then exhale, frame that front foot. Let's take it all the way back to downward facing dog. Beautiful. Look at that. Big breath in. Full breath out. Let's inhale that left leg towards the ceiling here, square off those hips. Exhale to step it forward. Feel free to pop to those fingertips to find that balance. Back knee stays lifted here. And then we draw that torso all the way up. Crescent lunge, left side. Left knee's on top of that left ankle. Pressing firmly through the ball of the back foot. Shoulders over those hips. 3 breaths here. One more, inhale. So we exhale, we open up to our left side upright twist. Shoulders are over those hips here. Arms reach forward and back, or we'll stay right here. Settle into those legs. Big breath in. Full breath out. And then let's inhale back to our crescent lunge here. Exhale to frame that front foot, and then we pop our right foot about halfway forward, pointing those right toes out slightly for pyramid pose on the left side. So your left toes continue to point forward here. That right hip is going to want to be up. We want to try to square that right hip off here. And again, if you use props, great place for blocks. Beautiful. 3 breaths. Here we are. One more breath. Let's inhale. And exhale. And then we're going to carefully bend that left knee first, step that right foot back. We've got a lunge in the lower body again, bring that torso up. Crescent lunge, check it out, beautiful. Big breath in. And then we exhale, frame that front foot, let's take it back. We find downward facing dog. We're going to find 3 breaths here, everybody. So if you would like a child's pose, you are welcome to a child's pose. 3 breaths. When you're ready, from child's pose, we can make our way back to downward facing dog. Take your time. And then from down dog, everybody, we'll send those hips a little higher, walk, step, or hop to the top of your mat. Coming into our forward fold here. Hands to shins, inhale ourselves to a halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, folding all the way down. Coming all the way up to standing. Press those palms together overhead. You can gaze up. And then we'll exhale, drawing thumbs through, heart center, mountain pose, Tadasana. Good, we have one more round of side bends to each side here. So feet stay hip distance apart. As we inhale, we're going to draw our right fingers around our left wrist to get super tall. And as we exhale, we'll take our side bend to the right. You might be able to draw yourself over further with this hand grip here. Chest stays open. One more breath. And then we'll inhale to come back to center. Switch your grip, left fingers around the right wrist. Exhale, take your side bend to the left. And then we'll inhale ourselves back to center, release the grip. We'll exhale ourselves into our stabilizing squat again. So hands together if you'd like, or you can take your hands apart. No chair pose today, we're just doing this one today. Arms and torso parallel to the ground. Slight bend in those knees, hips are back. One more full breath, inhale. And exhale. Now we'll inhale to stand all the way up, reach up towards the sky. Exhale to fold forward and all the way down. Draw hands to shins, inhale ourselves to a halfway lift, flat back. And then we'll exhale to plant those hands. Let's take it all the way back. Finding downward facing dog. I'm so far back today. Big breath in. Big breath out. Let's inhale that right leg towards the ceiling here. Nice square hips. Exhaling to step it forward. We'll pop up onto those fingertips again. We're going to pivot that back left foot down here. We've got warrior 2 in the lower body. And then we carefully bring that torso all the way up. Full size warrior 2 right side. So that right knee's on top of that right ankle here. Those right toes point forward. Shoulders over those hips here as we settle into this right thigh. Press through that left foot as well. Let's take 3 breaths here. One more breath. Let's inhale. And exhale. We'll flip that right palm, reach right fingers behind us, revolved warrior here. Nice right side body opener. Take a full inhale. And an exhale. And then we'll inhale ourselves back to warrior two. Exhale, right forearm to right thigh, left fingers to the sky. Good, settle into those legs here, everybody. Beautiful. Press your forearm into your thigh, thigh into your forearm. Your right palm should be up towards the ceiling. And then we've got a couple of options here for this top arm. So you can keep your left fingers up. You can hover your left arm above your ear. You can draw your left hand behind your lower back for a nice chest opener. If you prefer a little bit of movement today, you can make some big arm circles with that left arm. All options on the table. Everything is perfect. If you're going for the arm circles, make sure you take a few one way and then a few the other way. One more breath in stillness, everyone. Let's inhale. And exhale. And then we'll inhale ourselves back up to warrior two, straighten that right knee. Draw those toes towards the long left side of the mat. We'll take our first wide-legged forward fold. I'll scoot over a little bit. So we have our toes in a bit, heels out. We'll take our first one as our standard here, hands to hips, draw shoulders back, chest forward, inhale. Exhale, taking it halfway down, hip, knee, ankle, all in beautiful alignment. And then draw those hands down if you'd like to. If you would like a little extra height under that body, you're welcome to use a block or another prop. You can always draw those hands onto the ground or drop those forearms down with a head hanging heavy. 3 breaths. And then we'll draw those hands under the face, come to a halfway lift and a flat back. When you are ready, inhale. And as we exhale, we make our way around to frame our right foot. So we square off those hips here, flatten those palms, and then step it back to downward facing dog. Taking a full breath in and a big breath out. Let's inhale that left leg towards the ceiling. When you're ready, square hips. Exhaling to step it forward. Pop up onto your fingertips, get your balance first. And then when you're ready, we pivot the left foot down here, warrior two in those legs. Torso draws all the way up, full size warrior two, left side when you're ready. Left knee's on top of that left ankle. Press through that back foot as well. Arms are straight and strong. Let's settle in, 3 breaths here. One more breath. Keep those super strong legs. We're going to flip our left palm, reach left fingers behind, revolved warrior, big breath in. Full breath out. Then we'll inhale ourselves back to warrior two as we exhale, left forearm to left thigh, right fingers to the sky, side angle pose. So press your left forearm into your thigh, thigh into forearm, left palm should be up towards the ceiling. Those right fingers can continue to reach up. You can hover the right arm above your ear, tuck it behind you, or take those arm circles. That's up to you. Find your breath. And then we come to stillness. Take a big inhale. Full exhale. Inhale back to warrior two. That torso comes up, and then we straighten that left knee, draw those toes in, heels out. Coming into our second wide-legged forward fold. Let me face you guys here. So you are welcome to hands on hips again if you'd like. If you want to interlace your hands behind your lower back for this one, you totally can. So let's inhale, shoulders back, chest forward, regardless of where those hands are. Exhale to take it all the way down. So you can drop your hands to the ground if you want, or keep those hands interlaced behind the back. If your hands are on the ground, you can keep them under your face, come to your forearms, or grab the toes and the ankles. Let's take one more full breath. Inhale. And exhale. And then we'll draw those hands under the face, come to a halfway lift, flat back, inhale. So we exhale, we're gonna make our way to frame that left foot, square off those hips, flatten those palms, and step it back to downward facing dog. Good, you're welcome to stay in down dog for 3 breaths, or find another child's pose. That's where I'm headed today. 3 full breaths here. Finding one more full breath wherever you are. If you're in child's pose, come on back to downward facing dog. Then we'll take a big inhale. Full exhale. Send those hips a little higher, walk, step, or hop to the top of your mat. Coming into our forward fold here. Once you arrive, bring hands to shins. Inhale ourselves to a halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold all the way down. Coming all the way up to standing, press those palms together overhead. You can gaze up. And exhale, draw thumbs through, heart center, mountain pose, Tadasana. Good, we're gonna take a tree pose today. I'm gonna give you all the options for tree pose. If you want an extra challenge for tree pose, you can take yourself onto a block. My head comes off the top of the camera that way. So lots of options there. So you can start on whatever side you want to start on. The options for the flying leg, as it were, kickstand, right? So we keep the toes on the ground with the heel on the inner shin. You can draw it up a little bit, just below the knee, or draw that foot to the inside of the thigh. Don't be shy, you can use your hands. You can also come into half lotus, drawing that foot in front of that hip. Whatever pose you want to take here, you can set yourself up. You're going to lose my head a little bit here, but that's okay. And then once your lower body is stable, or at least as stable as you can get it, draw those hands to heart center, and then open up, blossoming into any size and shape tree that you would like to. Coming back to that intention, even in our balance poses, my friends, heart full of gratitude. 3 more breaths. Let's try to keep those legs. We're going to inhale those hands back to heart center here. And then exhale, release, and shake it out. Good. Taking it to the other side. So all options are still on the table here, right? So the kickstand keeps those toes on the ground. The heel comes into the lower part of the shin. You can draw up to the calf. You can come to inner thigh. Again, don't be shy. You can use those hands to move that leg around. You can try half lotus if you want to, foot in front of that hip, or you can step on something. So once you find your lower body shape, whatever that looks like, drawing hands to heart center, and then you can open up into the same shape tree with your upper body or something different. Let's take one more full breath. Inhale. Exhale. Keep those legs, my friends. Here we are. Let's inhale those arms together, palms to heart center, and exhale, stepping out of it and shake it out here. Beautiful. We'll make our way back to the top of our mat if you have moved from there. And then we'll inhale those arms overhead, press those palms together. Exhale, folding forward and all the way down. Bring hands to shins. Inhale to a halfway lift and a flat back. And exhale to plant those hands. Let's take it all the way back. Making our way to downward facing dog. Finding a full breath in. Big breath out. Let's inhale that right leg towards the ceiling here. As we exhale, we step it forward and make our way to pigeon. So walk your right foot over to the left. Drop that right shin down. Drop that back knee down here. So your right knee should be wider than your right hip here. Nice straight line from the left hip to the left toes. We want to try to square those hips off if we can. So if you need to put something underneath this right butt cheek to settle in and square the pelvis, that is okay. And then always, we check in when we find pigeon pose, right? So if your torso wants to stay up today, you can stay right here. You can fold down onto your forearms or your belly. You can drop your head all the way down. Completely up to you. Let's take 8 breaths. We're going to settle into this one, my friends. Finding one more full breath. Let's inhale. And exhale. If you folded forward, let's draw that torso up. We're going to shift all of our body weight onto our right butt cheek here. Swing that left leg around. The bottom of the right foot is to the inside of that left thigh. Left leg is long and out front. Left toes up towards the sky. Inhale that torso tall. And exhale, torso over that left leg. Hamstring stretch left side. One more full breath here. Carefully draw that torso up. Option here, planting the right foot, taking the left hand behind and pressing up into a side plank. Up to you. You don't have to come here. Full breath in. Big breath out. And then we all come back to center. We're going to cross over those ankles here, plant those hands firmly, and make our way back to downward facing dog. Big inhale. Full exhale. Inhaling left leg towards the ceiling. Nice square hips here. Exhaling to step it forward, walking the left foot over to the right. Left shin comes down. Back knee comes down. We've got pigeon on our left side. So same alignment, my friends. Our left knee is wider than our left hip here. Square off that pelvis as much as you can. If you need to put something underneath your right butt cheek because you're not level, that's okay. Straight line from right hip to right foot. And then check this side out. If you want to keep that torso up, you can. You're always welcome to fold forward, forearms or belly. 8 big breaths. One more full breath. Then we're going to gently bring that torso up here, shifting all that body weight onto that left butt cheek. Swing your right leg around and forward so the bottom of the left foot's to the inside of that right thigh. Right toes up towards the ceiling. Draw that torso to be right in front of that right leg. Inhale those arms overhead. Exhale, fold forward over that right leg. 3 breaths. One more big breath here. Let's inhale. And exhale. And then we'll carefully bring that torso up. Option here, you can Flatten that left foot, reach your right hand behind you and press up into a side plank. Option, you don't have to do this. Take a full inhale. And a big exhale. And then all of us are going to come back to center, cross over those ankles, plant those hands firmly and make our way back to downward facing dog. Full breath in. Big breath out. We'll send those hips a little higher, walk, step, or hop to the top of the mat. And then we'll drop those hips all the way down. Let's come into a butterfly pose. Knees out, bottoms of the feet together. So I'll face you guys for this one here. You are welcome to draw your heels in as close to your pelvis as you want to, or you can step them away. If your knees are elevated up a lot, that's totally okay. If it feels good to put something under your knees, you're welcome to that. And then we think about rooting down through our sit bones, just like we do when we start. Tall, dignified spine, crown of the head reaches up. Your hands can be on your feet or your thighs. Eyes open or closed. We're going to take 5 breaths here. Just settling into this posture. One more full breath. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. We'll gently close those knees like a book. Wrap your forearms around your shins. You can make your way all the way back. Knees into your chest. We have arrived. You can make those circles with those knees if you'd like to. And then let's plant those feet on the floor. We're going to walk our feet out to the width of the mat. Let those knees come in together here. Allow those arms to take up as much space as you'd like. Take a full inhale, shoulder blades stay down. Exhale those knees over to the right. The feet are apart, the knees are coming apart here. You're welcome to stay just here or take your right foot to the outside of that left knee. Finding one more breath here. Let's inhale. And exhale. We'll inhale those knees back to center. The feet are wide, the knees come together. And then we exhale our twist over to the left. Again, feet apart, knees apart. You can stay here or draw that left foot to the outside of the right thigh. Find those breaths again. Finding one more full breath here. Let's inhale. And exhale. Gently drawing those knees back to center here. You can windshield over those knees side to side if you'd like to. And then when you're ready, draw those knees in towards your chest. Reach in between those thighs for the toes, arches, or ankles for a happy baby. Let's take 3 breaths in this one today. And then when you feel ready, we'll gently draw those knees back in. Extend those legs up towards the sky. Nice straight line from the sit bones all the way up to those heels. You're welcome to stay here if you'd like to. You can find a lying butterfly stretch if you'd like to. You can also shift over to the wall and take legs up the wall. It's a very restorative posture. You're welcome to that, of course, or any other poses you'd like to take today. We have a few minutes of yogi playtime, so we'll find those poses that are most meaningful for us today. Wherever you choose to go, continue to find that breath. If you've chosen to take an additional twist over to one side, make sure you take that same shape to the other side. If you'd like to transition to a lying butterfly stretch or legs up the wall, feel free to do that. If you'd like to take Shavasana today and legs up the wall, you're welcome to it. Waterfall pose is a very restorative posture. So if you've never tried it, as you make your way over to the wall, make sure your butt is all the way against the wall, extending those legs from your glutes all the way up to the heels, supported against the wall. And if that's not a part of your practice today, that's totally okay. We can extend those legs long, allowing those arms to take up as much space as we'd like. Coming again back to that heart full of gratitude for coming to practice today. Take a full inhale once you find your final resting posture. Exhaling into the support of the earth beneath you. And enjoy full Shavasana. Let's take a full, expansive breath all the way in. And a complete releasing breath all the way out. Gently beginning to wiggle those fingers and those toes. Rolling the wrists and the ankles. And rocking the head side to side. When you feel ready, extend those arms all the way overhead, getting as long as you can from your fingertips to your toes. And then take a big breath all the way in. As you exhale, gently draw your knees in toward your chest, wrap your forearms around your shins. Enjoy this big hug. When you feel ready, carefully making your way over to your favorite side in a fetal position. We'll take a moment in this posture as we always do, calling to mind who in our lives we are grateful for. With that heart full of gratitude, use both hands to bring you up to a comfortable seat. Whatever that looks like and feels like for you. Palms pressing together at heart center here. Eyes open or closed. We'll close out with one more full round of breath together. Let's inhale. And exhale. The light inside of me loves and honors the light inside each of you. Namaste. Namaste and kittens, everyone. I'm so grateful for all of you. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Courtney.
Thank you, Courtney.
Happy
Thank you.
birthday.
Happy birthday, Courtney.
Happy
Thank
birthday.
you.
Happy birthday, Courtney.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Have a great weekend.
Thank you, you too.
Bye-bye.
Yay.